Hey guys, I am going to do another job post review on Upwork. As you know, I've done these before. I really like to review job posts I see because I like to educate clients on how to get the most out of their recruitment effort. Okay, so I'm going to help you see what we see. Freelancers, agencies, when we're reading job posts that we get invited to or something like that, what are we thinking and what do we wish we'd had? Okay, so for example, this is one that I saw today. We need individual or agency who are quite good in the following areas. We would like to request to send the quote and previous experience of your. So just that, there's a lot of grammar problems there. So to me, immediately that raises just kind of an alert that either the client is going to be someone who doesn't speak English very well, or they don't have any attention. Their attention detail is not good. And again, this is a humongous generalization. So if this is your job post, I am just explaining the subconscious thought process. Okay, I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with you or your job. This is how agencies think about whether or not we're going to apply, right? So if you want to attract great people, I'm just going to tell you what we're thinking, right? So send a quote and previous experience of your web design and development, logo design, good content writing skills on software cloud space. So immediately I see, okay, he wants a quote and previous experience, web design and development. Well, quote based on what? How big a website? What kind of website? What style of site? Is this an e-commerce site? Is this a blog? Is this an informational site? Is this a funnel? Like, what are we looking at here? Right? Like, how could I quote? There's no information, there's no content, there's no sitemap, there's no work plan, there is no scope of work document, there is no RFP, like there is nothing, like there is absolutely no way I can quote this blind. So for example, an agency is going to see that and they're going to pass. They're going to be like, I can't quote this, I can't possibly give an answer, it doesn't warrant my time to apply to this project because it's vague. I can't, what I possibly say here, right? Logo design again, it completely depends. Like, are you looking for something like this or something like this? So what you want to do for number one, web design and development, is you want to have a scope of work document attached. So what this client could do here is you could do web design and development bracket, scope of work document attached, and then below it had all the specs, it has all the content, it has a functionality requirement, it has a sitemap, maybe it has some wireframes, like project plan, okay? Logo design, some samples. Does he want something like simple? Does he want something super fancy? Like logo design, provide a sample so we can see what are you looking for so we can quote it, right? Content writing skills on cloud, software cloud space, Salesforce. Does that mean he wants blog posts? Does that mean he wants web copy? Does he want a press release? Does he like what does that mean? Right? Like, okay, for example, in my agency, we do web design, development, logo design, and content. We do all those things, but I would never apply to this project because there's nothing, I can't possibly send him a quote. And previous experience, well, I don't even know what kind of business, like I would assume he's in related something to like cloud software or something, but I don't know that. And so what am I possibly going to say that's going to warrant my time to apply to this project? So if you're looking for a web team, an individual or an agency, and you want really high quality applicants, give tons of detail because it shows us, number one, that you're organized, you know what you want, which is a huge, huge A plus to web people. Like, you know what you want and we're going to come in and we're going to help you execute. Awesome. We can get started like sooner than later. Awesome. Okay. Number two, showing that you have a lot of details shows us that you're a detail-oriented person, and web people like other detail-oriented people. It creates communication, makes communication really, really good. And it shows that you've thought this through. Like, we're not just going to be coming into a project and there's going to be starting and stopping and ideas and, oh, what do you think? And it's like, no, we're going to like lock and load. And that's how web people like to work. Generally, we're not usually great in that business planning, strategic planning. We're not business coaches, right? We want to like lock and load design, development, content. Let's move this out. Let's make this dream come to be real, right? So you want great people, details, samples, more is better, budgets, timelines. Like the more you can give to a web person, the more they're going to appreciate that. and know whether they'll apply or not. And you'll notice as you give more details too, you're going to start to attract a higher quality of applicant, because we see a professional when we notice a professional when we see one. So you show up, details, respectful, thoughtful information, we can reciprocate, right? We see someone who just kind of throws it together and wants a quote, we're going to pass. Like, we just know that they're not organized. They're not really serious about trying to find somebody. They're just shopping, right? So that's just a note. Again, if you are this person with this job post and I am absolutely wrong about you, please forgive me. This is obviously incredibly judgmental of your job post. Just to give you some insight, how do we think? So if you want to attract high quality talent, more is better. I'll talk to you tomorrow.